Welcome to Zone 5, an upcoming single-crew, co-op, or single-player F-14a Tomcat campaign. Created by Reflected Simulations in collaboration with Bio Baranek, Tomcat Rio and Topgun instructor, who you can check out his site and books from the links below. Aiming to simulate Top Gun training within DCS, featuring 11 syllabus missions, 3 instant actions and introduction outro missions, as well as checklists, realistic ATC and range procedures. Today we are being thrown in the deep end with Event 9, where I'll hand it over to the ATC comms and Bio's briefing.
Nellis Information Echo 1745 Zulu. Wing 210 at 4 knots. Visibility greater than 10 miles.
Nellis clearance, Sniper 3 flight, ready to copy with Echo, North 4. Sniper 3, Nellis clearance, clears North 4 via Division 2 departure, then it's filed. Squad 6001 sequential, departure frequency will be 273.55. Takeoff checklist, brakes. Check OK, accumulator pressure up. Fuel. At normal feed, auto transfer, dump off. Feed tanks full. Bingo set. Canopy down, lights out. Lights out up here. Seat armed, top and bottom, command eject aft. I'm armed, top and bottom, showing MCO in the window. Staff. All on. All circuit breakers set. All miners set. Master test. On. Buy die. Normal. Sniper 1 roll with compass. Compass synced. Standby gyro is wrecked. Wings. 20 degrees, auto, both lights out. Flaps and slats. Up. Spoilers and anti-skid. Spoiler module on, spoiler brake selected. Trim. Set 000. Harness locked. Lines locked. Controls. I'll get it on the runway. All warning and caution lights out. Miner out. Ready to go? Ready. Dallas Tower, Sniper 3, holding short runway 03 right for departure, flight of 4. Sniper 3, Dallas Tower, winds calm, clear for takeoff, runway 03 right. Clear for takeoff to 03 right, Sniper 3.
Here we go. Event 9, the final flight of the regular training syllabus. It will be a 4V UNC with the possibility of all the bonus features you have enjoyed so far, like the wildcard, surface-to-air threat. Am I forgetting anything? You will get your money's worth. Sniper 3, you will be the division lead. Take them through the Dream 2 departure, Elgin Corridor. Enter the range at Gate 4, check in with Blackjack and Showtime, and proceed to India at 23,000 feet. Sniper 3, call when your division is ready, and Showtime will call fights on. Bandits. Expect a mix of F-5s simulating MiG-21s and F-16s simulating MiG-29s. The MiG-21s have rear quarter ATOLs, while the MiG-29s are expected to have all-aspect missiles. Both types also have guns, and hopefully you will not verify that through experience. Once again, the Admiral approved Phoenix for this mission, and the orders came through reconfiguring the jets. Tomcats will have 1 AIM-54C, 2 AIM-7s, 2 AIM-9s, and the gun. Your mission is BARCAP for an imaginary strike group. The strike target is to the east. The scenario is AWACS identified hostile bandits to the west, and intelligence indicates they are threatening the strikers. When you hear the fights on call, assume AWACS has already committed you to the west. The enemy has moved several SAM sites back into the area, and we have not yet been able to neutralize them. You must traverse the SAM threats to engage the bandits. Based on what we've seen on the range, you have a handle on the SAM defenses, so I won't go over them in detail except to say, look out, energy management, expendables. That means chaff and flares dice. The enemy does not operate fighters within their own SAM rings, but once you get through the SAMs, be ready for an intercept. You've already flown one bar cap and you did well. Now you have a division and you're armed with Phoenix. Expect a complex scenario. So let's talk about your decision making and comms. Sniper 3, Bozo and Jester. You may have to make the decision whether to keep the division together or strip 1 and 2 to commit on a different group. Be sure to communicate your decision with the UHF call, like Sniper 2 strip, commit on the southern group. You will also select an option under the F10 radio menu to make them commit to one group or another. And as you complete an intercept, keep in mind the previous guidance to keep your knots up. And remember, your mission is to protect the strikers. Once they call off target, you can disengage. Of course, you will have to pass through the SAMs to get back to your day trap on the carrier, or today, to get back to Nellis for a cold beer. Good luck.
Sniper 3 flight approaching Blackjack. Switch button 14.
Button 14.
1, 2, 4.
Just getting onto the range now. As we approach our IP here, we'll be on the range.
Sniper check. 1, 2, 4. Blackjack, Sniper 3 flight checking in its rack.
Sniper 3, Blackjack, radar contact. You are clear at gate 4. Your discretion. Altimeter 2949er. Requested squawk mode 3 tactical. Stand by for word.
Sniper 3 will go 2949er.
They're pushing it up now to
All patrol on the clear. The range is not in use. Now copy.
combat speeds.
Sniper 3 copy all.
Alright, we are on the range, heading into the target area now. As we approach that mark just up ahead. Any moment now.
Sniper 3 flight, let's check in with showtime on button 1. 1, 2, button 1, Sniper 4. Sniper check. 1, 2, 4. Showtime, Sniper 3 flight checking in as fragged. Sniper 3, showtime, your pod is tracking. Proceed to India and call ready when able.
We are ready.
Sniper 3 flight, check in ready. Sniper 1 ready. Sniper 2 ready. Sniper 4. Fighters ready. Sniper 3, showtime. The bandits are not ready yet. Orbit Bighorn until further updates. Sniper 3 will go.
Alright, we're heading back to the Bighorn IP to anchor for the moment. Looks like the aggressors are still setting themselves up. We may have arrived a little bit early.
Sniper 3, showtime. Bandits ready. Recorders on. Sights on.
Alright, here we go then. It's coming round. Let's get into the fight. Bring ourselves back round to go west. Just about to pass south. And then we're onto the range. Gotta keep our eyes open because there's a wild card somewhere probably. And we don't entirely know what we're up against, so this is going to be interesting. We do know there are SAMs up ahead though, so I imagine I'm going to do a bit of dancing in a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, step right up. This ride is about to begin.
Yeah, here we go. There's two flat faces. They are SA2s up ahead. We're going a bit above our assigned altitude. We're supposed to be at 23, so I'm going to work it down.
Ah, damn, we've got mud, 11 o'clock. And, whoa,
That's
a mud spike, 1 o'clock.
Thank you, Jester. Not what you want to see, but they are only SA2s, so this shouldn't be too bad. Don't like that our flight plan is taking us directly between the two of them, but here goes. So keep your eyes open, energy up.
Alright, we've got a Singer on our 10.
There it is.
Coming our way. Sam!
It's not on us.
Low. Hot. Watch out for that Singer, 11 o'clock.
Sounding a bit wary now.
Sam, 8 o'clock. Hot.
It's not on us, Jester, you can calm down. That's the sight. So the others have already gone defensive.
Sam. 7
Again,
o'clock.
not on us.
Missile, 4 o'clock low. Hot. Break left.
Alright, well, Jester's worried, so I'm gonna move. Just keep him going. Being in SA2, there you go. Missile defeated. They're not too bad. Just need to pull a bit and they can't keep with you. Alright. We got contacts.
Mapper 3 has radar contact, Bull 265 for 25, Angel 16.
We've got
Crank
a
it
bandit.
left.
Raw, 265.
It's another group.
Bullseye 305 for 20 at 9,000.
You know what, I'm gonna go
Just like yesterday.
get this set up. Do we want to commit? 10. We're gonna go everyone for the south group.
Sniper 2,
Alright.
commit south group.
And Fox 3.
Fox 3.
Crank out left.
Missile, 9 o'clock low. Break right.
Ooh. That
Tally wild card.
is our wild card.
Continue.
Burner's on. Let's recommit. I hope that Phoenix finds its mark. Okay. Nope, you want Sparrows. And I want STT.
Wilco. I've got a lock. Target, 20 miles.
20 miles.
He's on our nose. Spike, 12 o'clock.
Really ought to disengage that AP.
Shit, Spike, color 6. And, Spike, 12 o'clock.
Plus one. Got a 14 spike, that's what's setting us off. Alright.
Missile, 1 o'clock. Hot. Break
See
left.
all the missiles coming there.
1 o'clock. Hot. Break left.
Oh.
Missile, 1 o'clock.
Alright, we're getting out of
Break
here.
left. Shit, I lost luck.
Yeah, that's fine, Jester. Let's hope the rest of my flight are doing alright. What are those?
That bandit is dead.
Missile, 11 o'clock. Hot. Break right.
Come on, give me a lock, whatever that is.
That's a Tiger. Target, 3 miles.
Fox
Oh,
1.
no, they got it friendly.
Splash 1. Alright, Sidewinders.
1 o'clock high. 3 o'clock
Another
low.
splash.
Spike, 5 o'clock.
That's a Tomcat.
Get him off our back. Coming left.
Okay.
12 o'clock. He's going to our 6, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Good news, this looks like a teammate's on the one on us.
Shit, get rid of him. He's right behind us.
It's a Tomcat.
11 o'clock low.
God, this is mad. Starting to lose my situational awareness here.
11 o'clock.
Still got the guy on our tail.
6
This.
o'clock. 6 o'clock.
Come on. I need help from a friend here, someone.
6 o'clock. I think I lost. Oh, he's on our 6.
Yes.
8 o'clock.
Thank you.
Bandit is down.
Still another one out there. 2 Tomcats behind me.
3 o'clock.
Is that
11 o'clock.
16?
Low.
16. Come on, bring it round. Looks like the other 14's on him already.
Right. 1 o'clock high.
That bandit is dead.
Nice.
Bandit is going down.
Okay, are we still got any contacts left? Clean. Four. Took a while to set up, but that was intense. Alright.
We are unstoppable. Yeah.
I need a moment now to calm down after that one. Alright, we need to take ourselves out east. Let's turn east. That happened quick. That's shockingly quick, actually. So what we can gauge? We gauged flight of 4 F-16s, I think, and several F-4s, but I didn't... Sorry, F-5s, but I didn't see the whole lot of them. I think they were the North group. That's when we disengaged to make sure we didn't get hit by that missile coming at us. When we came back in, we saw them all joining our group. We have £6,300. And we took one out as we crossed back into the fight, and then we spent the rest of the fight being chased and having our wingmen save our asses. Still, got through that unscathed, okay. Although actually no, I think we lost 1 aircraft. I recall Jester saying a friendly was shot down, so we lost 1 of us. But I'm very glad I caught the wild card. Alright, we need to head back, and I think 6,000, I don't know, I might want to take the tanker. It's been a while since I've flown the Tomcat, and I'm not entirely familiar with how much fuel it takes to get us anywhere or how far we travel, so I'll probably play it safe and grab a few £1,000 from the tanker on the way back. Alright, switch is going safe.
I've got some dirt, 12 o'clock. And whoa, mud, 12 o'clock.
We don't quite get to relax just yet.
Okay, we're on. We got a stinger right on our
That's
nose.
an SA-3, I'm going to take that one more seriously than the 2. There he is. Not on us though. Let's drive away from it though. I don't want to be flying directly over that one. That's going after someone else in our flight. Alright, I think we'll be good now.
Missile, 9 o'clock low. Brake right.
No, we don't need to Jester, calm down. These are the problems with Jester, I do find he overreacts. And when he overreacts, it makes you panic and worry. No SA-2s this time around, we have a flat face, but that was a free launching. I think we're clean home from the SAMs now. I don't know where the rest of my flights got to though. I guess they've gotten a bit dishevelled with the SAM launch. It wasn't at us again, so we didn't have to do too much. We are on our way out, coming this way. So we need AR 641A. Let's see if we can find him.
Blackjack, Sniper 3 flight north war complete. Clear to open Eldrin corridor.
Sniper 3, Blackjack, copy. You are clear to RTB.
Friendlies, 7 o'clock, 4 miles. Yep.
Cleared to RTB, nice. Alright, let's go find that tanker then. Alright, we're at the tanker now, just setting up. I've not done this before in the A, so I don't have high hopes for my ability. I'm out of practice in the Tomcat in general, to be honest. So, we'll see how this goes. So, the reason I wanted to do this is I wanted to see if we had any custom audio for the tanker crews and ourselves doing the refueling, but that doesn't appear to be the case. Come on. Shouldn't have stopped there. There we go, contact.
Nice, that's gonna put our thirst out.
Not the best. Whoa there. Let's get it back down. It's been a while since I've flown the Tomcat and AAR. Drifting a bit. Not the best.
Fuel 5,500.
5.5. So just trying to keep an eye on the tail position on the edge of my screen on the right there. And the lineup with the basket in front of me. I'm feeling a little bit shaky, to be honest with you. Let's make left a little bit power.
Fuel 6,500.
Come on, over to the left. Just a bit more. Going up a little bit. We're getting too far forward. In my struggle to bring it left, it doesn't want to go. I guess I should. That's probably the pro drag.
Fuel 7,500.
7.5.
Fuel 8,500.
Alright, that's good enough. Let's back up. And disconnect. Alright, abort, refuel.
Abort rejoin.
Ah, shoot.
Alright, then we're going to head on home.
This is always one of the most entertaining missions to watch on TACS. Division with Phoenix. Of course, that assumes you were able to detect and target the bandits effectively. Fighters, be prepared to explain how you decided when to commit and which bandits to target. Also to discuss your decisions with respect to your mission of Barcat and how it might be different with a different mission. We will also get into analysis of engagements and how well you performed in the 4V unknown environment. Remember, anyone in a fighter cockpit can be called up to discuss any part of the flight. Let's get to the debrief and watch the missile smoke.
Okay, so we are now in TAC view for the debrief. I've painted my aircraft in green and my wingmen are all in blue. I've got the video up top left. This is roughly in sync. It's about 1 second behind what it should be. Perhaps a little less, but I couldn't get any closer. So we're flying through the SA-2s at the moment. I've now to keep a tabs on who they're going for, and of course I don't think any of them launched on me in particular, so we didn't have to do too much. But just here I decided to lose situational awareness and decided it's better to play it safe, so we started a defensive turn. The missile wasn't going for us in the end, but better safe than sorry. So as we come out at the end here, we spot the missile exploding, we know we're safe. And now we're coming in to engage the first group of enemies. So we get the call out round about now. Yep, and we spot it on the radar about the same time. So we got them tagged with the radar, we are 35 miles out. And then we get the call out for the second group, the F5s. At this point I'm thinking, okay, we need to engage something quickly. So I've turned to face the F-16 group, and because the RWR only shows 16s in front of us, I make the assumption that the guys on the right, up north, are not a threat immediately to me. They're presumably something without a radar or a very small radar. Now things get a little bit awkward here because I've now got to tell my AI wingmen what to do, so I'm fumbling with the radio and then picking the right group to attack with the F10 radio options. We've committed the group to the southern group, and during that time our wildcard has snuck up on us. Unfortunately, we've launched a Phoenix. Just as that happens, I've spotted the wildcard and I've got to turn into engage to get him to disengage. So the wildcards, the idea is he comes along, sneaks up on you, and it's your job to spot him before he engages you, and make an appropriate defensive turn, call him out, and then he'll disengage without engaging you and he'll leave us. I spotted him after he launched his missile, and Hammer was quite lucky, he defeated the missile. We turned in to the wildcard, spot him, and the wildcard disengages. Now really, I think Hammer should have been shot down there, it's just dumb luck that he wasn't. As I believe the rules are, he takes one of us out and leaves if we don't spot him. So I guess Hammer cheated a bit there. Now, did we have a chance to spot him? So if I rewind the tape. So we got the missile defense, we're now going to spot the hostile fighters up in front. So, he's spawned. If we look at the RWR, there is nothing there to warn us, so his radar is in fact turned off. Had the radar been on, that would have clued us in very quickly that there is a threat there. And, yeah, okay. So I'll bring this up full screen, so you can see right there at 20,000 feet, or just outside our radar cone to the left, on data link, is the wildcard, and I should have spotted him right here. Unfortunately we didn't. I was a bit distracted looking at the targets up ahead of us, that I didn't think to look so much closer to us. I think had that contact come into view on the radar, and therefore been tagged by track while scan, we might have just noticed him because he might have been flashing and he would have been a full symbol. Instead, just the data link from either the Tomcats or the 2 is what picked it up, and I did not notice it, so we could have turned and engaged him right then and there. But we didn't. So that was our opportunity to spot it, and we missed it. And then of course he gets in underneath us and attacks us. This causes me to trash my Phoenix. I launched it, but of course because we have to turn in to engage the wildcard, my missile has now lost support from the radar and it has gone off into space. It's just not going anywhere useful. So we turn back now to engage. So we've launched our Sparrows, and hang on a second. So my Phoenix comes out, and none of my AI flights here have fired their Phoenixes. That's quite disappointing. I really could have done with that. If they had launched, we would have been able to divide this group of 16s up a bit, maybe score a couple kills on them. Instead, everyone's waited till Sparrows here, and so we fired a volley of Sparrows without even using our Phoenixes. And of course my Phoenix was wasted, so that's really unfortunate. We didn't get to use a single Phoenix against them successfully. And right about here, I'm getting very nervous, because you can see there I've got 1, 2, 3 contrails all climbing and going straight at me. Those are 3 missiles, and if we jump over to here, we can see those missiles are coming straight for me, and possibly my wingmen. I'm not sure who, but they're all coming in my direction. In fact, there's a 4th missile at the back. So I turned defensive here because I thought if they've launched 4 missiles on me, it only takes one of them to not go defensive to get me in some serious trouble, and I don't like those odds, so I'm going to play it safe. In the meantime, our 2 other aircraft, 3 and 4, have engaged with their Sparrows. They're uncontested, fortunately for them. Everyone's shooting at me apparently. So as we go defensive, their missiles are coming in. Still defending. So that's a Sparrow. This might make a connection. So the Sparrow from Inch. So we catch one of the 16s before the merge, and ooh. So let's see how it goes for the other group. So we got our Sparrow coming in. Got an aim 9 from this lead 16, and Inch is defensive. Lingus is defensive. He defeats it. And then Inch fires a missile, and it looks like the 16 did the same on the opposite side, so they're shooting each other. And we got really unlucky there. So the 16 only dropped a couple flares and our missile went straight for them, whereas Inch here, he dropped tons of flares and he never got the missile defeated and he got taken out. Okay, so by this point we've recommitted, so let's jump back to where we were. So we've gone defensive as the other two go in on the 16s, we come back round, I'm turning through north, and at this point I spot the F5s coming in dead on my nose. We've got the 16 on my left, however, which I wasn't paying enough attention to. I really should have done something, because at this range he could have messed my day up. So we launched on the F5s. In fact, we're all launching on the F5s, even, who is this? Come on, give me a mouse over. Why is it not working? That is Lingus. So he takes out one of the F5s, I've taken out one of the F5s. It looks like 2 Hammer has also fired at the same F5 I did, and so wasted his missile. It's one of those situations where if we'd been human players I would have asked him to attack the left one. So we've gotten 2 of the 3 F5s straight away, and there is the last F5, he's been taken out. Now at this point I wasn't aware of that 16 coming down on top of me, and we had the other 16 back here that was already coming in to engage me. Fortunately for me, he hasn't launched a missile. As we merge with the F5s, I'm dropping flares, which is the appropriate thing to do because I was no longer certain that I was able to see everything, and so I wanted to preempt any launches on me in case I missed them. But that F-16 slots in nicely right on top of me from above, and I never saw him either. We then get Jester calling out these behind us, so I turn defensively in a circle round, and I think we spend the rest of the fight now defensive. So we got here, let's see, that's Hammer. Gets another kill, so I think that's his 3rd kill. He got, let's see, let's watch him go through. So he follows us, shoots, misses, shoots, kills, shoot, kills, so that's the 2nd kill there. As we come in. So we're now caught up in the merge. We've got 16s everywhere. I spotted the 2 Tomcats. I'm trying to get toward them to help, well, to hopefully get help from them. And let's clear that. You see the 16 is chasing us. He's working hard to keep with us, but he can't get his nose up on top of us, and he's starting to overshoot a bit. At this point, Hammer, there we go, so there he shoots down the guy chasing me, thankfully. That is his 3rd kill that time. So we've escaped that was a close call for us. And round about here, we're starting to get offensive again, so we've got the 16 identified right now. And we turn to engage him, but of course our wingmen are ahead of us at this point. And they finish the job for us, and then that's everyone down. So we got really lucky there, to be honest with you. And also quite unlucky. So the initial launch here, I should have spotted the wildcard really. I had the chance to, I just didn't pay enough attention to the radar screen. If we'd had a human Rio, maybe the Rio would have spotted it, but I'm too distracted trying to fly and operate the radar at the same time to notice, and also wrestle the other menu for the flight orders. Nobody launched Phoenixes with me, that's disappointing, so we didn't get the desired effect of splitting the group up. And then, as I went defensive, we had the 16 here, which I didn't notice. I should have checked my RWR at this point. We're just lucky he didn't shoot at me. We got the F5s dealt with very rapidly. They didn't stand a chance. And then we spent the rest of the fight defensive, and the wingmen cleaned up for us. So we lost 1 aircraft. So I think that could have gone better, but we did okay, I think. So if we were to go all the way back to the start, what would I do differently, I guess? So we made it through here just about okay. We picked up on the one group out to the south, but we never picked up on the wild card. I think we did the right thing attacking the 16s. We just should have used Phoenixes, but we didn't. Well, the AI didn't. And then, had the 16s been taken out or at least reduced by the Phoenix, as we would have been in a much better position to engage the F5s at the end here. So I think the ideal engagement would have been everyone first spots that wild card, gets him to leave and disengage. Afterwards we should have then fired our volley of Phoenixes about here. We could have guided them in on the 16s. With a bit of luck we'd have taken them all out, or at least some of them. We could then commit 2 aircraft to mop up and 2 aircraft to take on the F5s. And of course the remaining aircraft on this side can then commit, just like I did after going defensive, onto the F5s at the end. But that's the sort of general goal of what these missions are for. They're there to get you thinking. What could I have done better? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? How should I take this engagement if I was to try it again? And that's kind of a general theme for the entire campaign, is learning and experiencing different situations, thinking how and why you should do things. I'd heartily recommend you use TacView for self-debriefing. The missions are designed to challenge you, and don't require successful completion to progress.
Sniper 3, you're dead. Sniper 3 flight, go button 6. 1, 2, 4. Sniper check. 1, 2, 4. Now let's approach Sniper 3 flight at Ram with Foxtrot for the overhead full stop. Sniper 3, radar contact. Continue inbound Nellis. Expect the overhead runway 21 left. Contact Nellis Tower at the initial. Sniper 3 will go. Sniper 3 flight, switch tower. 1, 2. Sniper 4 switching. Sniper check. 1, 2, 4. Nellis Tower, Sniper 3 flight, initial for the overhead full stop. Sniper 3, Nellis Tower, clear for the overhead runway 21 left. Sniper 3. Pull down. DLC. Engaged. Hook. Up. Harness locked. Locked. Speed brakes. Out. Brakes. Brakes checked. Accumulator pressure up. Spoiler brake selected. Fuel. Checked.
300.
So as we come into land,
200 feet.
this looks to be a really exciting campaign, and although you've still got to deal with the oddities of DCS AI, it's very enjoyable. Zone 5 should be coming out soon for DCS. I hope you enjoyed, and take care.